Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Solo Sikoa and his MFD faction were recently spotted protecting WWE Women's Champion Tiffany Stratton. The Buff Barbie is scheduled to defend her title next weekend at SummerSlam. Taya Tonga, Hikuleo, Tongaloa, and JC Mateo have aligned with Solo Sikoa to form the MFT, My Family Tree, faction on WWE SmackDown. Sikoa captured the United States Championship from Jacob Fatu at Night of Champions last month and is scheduled to defend the title against the Samoan Werewolf in a steel cage match at SummerSlam 2025 next weekend. A video has surfaced online of Solo Sikoa and his stablemates surrounding Tiffany Stratton like bodyguards at an airport to protect her, and you can check it out in the post below. Jade Cargill defeated Asuka in the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament at Night of Champions 2025. As a result of the victory, the Storm will be challenging Stratton for the WWE Women's Championship at SummerSlam 2025 next weekend at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Former WWE writer reacts to Solo Sikoa's booking on SmackDown. Wrestling legend Vince Russo recently took the company to task for how Solo Sikoa and his MFD faction were being booked on WWE SmackDown. Jacob Fatu defeated The Miz this past Friday night on SmackDown. Sikoa and his faction were ringside for the match but were unable to prevent the former champion from picking up the victory. Speaking on Sportskeeda Wrestling's Bro Down show, Russo complained about the MFD being allowed to be ringside for the match. He claimed that it was lazy booking and stated that the referee should have kicked them out. So you got the match between Fatu and Miz. Here comes the MFT. Why in God's name is the referee allowing them to hang around ringside, man? That's what I hate. That's lazy booking because I could tell you this. Anybody can go back and watch the Attitude Era. If anybody did a run-in, they did a run-in, and as soon as they did a run-in and did something, the ref would throw them out. They didn't hang around ringside for 10 freaking minutes. This is what I hate about what they do. Why wouldn't the referee send their ass to the back? Russo said. From 34-38 onwards. It will be fascinating to see if Solo Sikoa can defeat Jacob Fatu at WWE SummerSlam to retain the United States Championship. The WWE Universe has seen its fair share of odd pairings and shocking alliances, but no one could have predicted what happened after Friday Night SmackDown in Houston, Texas. Cameras captured an unusual sight: Solo Sikoa, enforcer of the Reformed Bloodline, and MFT, My Freaking Tribe, a dangerous group of newcomers aligned with Chaos, were seen protecting none other than the Buff Barbie, Tiffany Stratton. Yes, you read that right. Tiffany Stratton, the glamorous and cunning rising star of the WWE Women's Division, who had recently teased a new Tiffy era with gold in her sights, was spotted walking backstage flanked by Solo Sikoa and MFT's two most intimidating members, Zion Fatu and Tavita Leo, also known as TL. The moment sent the WWE Universe into a frenzy on social media, as the footage went viral with fans chanting, "Tiffy and Bloodline? What's going on?" The shocking moment. According to eyewitness reports, Stratton had just finished a backstage interview where she subtly hinted that she wasn't alone anymore. "Sometimes," she said with a glint in her eye, "a girl needs protection, especially when she's about to run the entire division." Moments later, chaos erupted near the parking lot. Liv Morgan's allies were reportedly trying to ambush Stratton after her recent confrontational remarks during a segment that aired last week. But before they could reach her, Solo Sikoa appeared, stoic, intimidating, and flanked by the MFD duo. With one stare, he sent Liv's crew scattering. Stratton, unfazed, simply reapplied her lip gloss and nodded, as if it was all part of the plan. Why would Solo Sikoa help Tiffany Stratton? The big question on everyone's mind is, why? Solo Sikoa has been laser-focused on restoring the Bloodline's dominance. His recent brutal handling of both allies and enemies has painted him as a cold, calculating leader, one that doesn't align with glitter, glam, or gold sparkles. But insiders suggest that Paul Heyman, despite being out of favor, may still be pulling strings behind the scenes. One theory is that Heyman saw Stratton's potential not just as a future champion, but as someone who could help the Bloodline's image evolve, a new face to their expanding empire. After all, Roman Reigns isn't around, and Solo needs more than brute force to rebuild. Another theory floating around the locker room is that Stratton may have cut a deal with MFT, perhaps offering something valuable in return for protection. Given that MFT's goals have never been clearly stated, it's plausible they're for hire. Or seeking allies in unexpected places. What is My Freaking Tribe anyway? For fans who aren't yet familiar, MFT, My Freakin' Tribe, is a faction of powerful up-and-coming Samoan talent that has quietly been building momentum under Solo's radar. With Zion Fatu, the bruising cousin of Jacob Fatu, and Tavita Leo, a former rugby enforcer-turned-wrestler, the group has quietly aligned with Solo after teasing loyalty tests in dark matches. They're loyal to family but have hinted they'll break tradition if it benefits their survival. Their motto: loyalty isn't given, it's earned. Or taken. Their involvement in protecting Tiffany Stratton raises the stakes and eyebrows. Tiffany Stratton's master plan? Stratton has never been shy about being one step ahead. Her on-screen persona may scream luxury and clueless confidence, but behind the glitter is a woman who knows how to play the game. Sources claim Stratton has been frustrated with her current booking since being called up. Despite fan popularity and solid matches, she's been kept out of title contention. But rather than wait for opportunity, she may be creating her own. Imagine Tiffany Stratton not just winning gold, but doing it backed by the most fearsome muscle in WWE. Who's going to stop her if Solo and MFT are on guard duty? Rhea Ripley reacts. Rhea Ripley, back in full health and dominance, had one word when asked about Stratton's alliance: cute. But sources say Ripley isn't laughing behind closed doors. Liv Morgan may be the current women's world champion, but Ripley sees Stratton's alliance as a direct challenge to her long reign of control over the locker room. If Stratton is building a faction, or has earned bloodline loyalty, then the women's division is about to erupt. Nick Aldis addresses the situation. SmackDown GM Nick Aldis didn't shy away from addressing the viral footage at a post-show media scrum. "We're monitoring the situation. Superstars are free to form alliances, but if they disrupt order, they'll face consequences. This is WWE, not a private security service." Aldis's comments seem to be a warning to Solo and MFT, though they didn't appear concerned. In fact, Zion Fatu posted a now-deleted Instagram story showing him walking beside Stratton with the caption, "Barbie's got muscle now," doing nails emoji, black flag emoji. What happens next? With SummerSlam looming, rumors are swirling that Tiffany Stratton may be added to the Women's Championship picture, potentially turning a one-on-one into a fatal four-way. And if Stratton has bloodline backing, the match dynamics change completely. Expect a major showdown on this week's Friday Night SmackDown, as Liv Morgan, Bayley, and even Bianca Belair might respond to Stratton's new muscle. Meanwhile, Paul Heyman's cryptic return teasers could signal deeper connections between Stratton and the Bloodline's long-term strategy. Final thoughts. Whether this alliance is short-term or the start of a larger revolution in WWE's power structure, Tiffany Stratton teaming up with Solo Sikoa and MFT is the most unexpected, and potentially brilliant, move of the year. A golden era may truly be dawning for the buff Barbie. The question is the WWE Universe ready for Tiffany Stratton as the Queen of SmackDown, with the Samoan dynasty at her side? Stay tuned. This story is far from over.